And in the 250 division, finishing in third for Troy Lee Designs, Red Bull KTM, Jordan Smith. Yeah. And finishing second for Roczen Energy, Husqvarna Factory Racing, Zach Osborne. And your winner, riding for Geico Honda, Jeremy Martin. Congratulations, guys. I'm going to open this question up for all three of you. This is now your second Triple Crown. What's your thoughts now that you've been able to experience it twice and kind of learn the format, understand the format, and prepare for it? And what's your feelings, Jordan? I'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough night for sure, especially with both of the Triple Crowns being at, tracks that deteriorate a bit more. So a lot of laps, and it's tough, getting, re-energized in between the motos. Especially tonight, we were just kind of pitting down here in the tunnel and with all the snow outside. So, it's interesting, and it takes a lot of physical fitness and, mental toughness to get through the day, but I like it.
Zach?
For me, I like the Triple Crown format. I think it's a good change. I liked it in Atlanta. The only thing that I wish is that the points were not Olympic style. I wish that it was like the same as normal, even if it didn't pay points, if it was scored that way, just because the win is a big difference. And that's the only drawback for me. Other than that, I think it's really good.
Jeremy?
It's good if you have a terrible first main event or like a second terrible main event, so you get to go out and you get to go redeem yourself. You got 3 chances to get a good result, where sometimes, we build all day through practice and then we hang out and then we do the heat race and then it's all in the main. And then if you get a bad start, you go down. It's like, well, dude, we flew all the way here and what a night, So it's nice that way to have 3 chances to try to, redeem yourself.
We'll open it up and let's work on our language a little bit, Jeremy.
Sorry.
Jim Kimball, Motocross Action. This is for Zach. Zach, you may have not won the overall tonight, but I believe you gained some points, and maybe you could kind of touch on the fact of gaining points.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is I wanted that last main event pretty bad. I made some points up and spread it out a little bit, but at the end of the day, I only made up 2 points on Jordan. I wanted that 3-point gap to really give myself a boost. It was a good night. I rode really bad in the first main event. Just got off to a bad start and got a mediocre fourth. It was pretty bad, and then to come back in the second main event, ride really well, get a win, and then in the third main event, I got off to a good start, but I couldn't get past the guy in front of me in the first lap, and then they both passed me, so I had to do some work there. And then Jordan and I had a little run in the first turn, and that gave Jeremy a little gap. Then I had to make that up, and then I just I got to a point there, like 3 or 4 minutes to go, where I was feeling pretty good about my position, and then I looked up and there were 3 lappers between us, and it was over at that point. I didn't know, I don't know if he got to them in the whoops or on the start straight or what, but that broke me.
Chris Cooksey, Motocross Addicts. Jeremy, this is for you. So on the Triple Crown, you're essentially out there twice as long as you would normally on a main event. Do you feel like it should pay more points overall because you did spend 30 minutes on the track versus 15 with 3 starts, and there's the same money, right? Wouldn't you want?
I don't think about it like that. I mean, we're here to race, and these guys are trying something new with the schedule, and it's out of our control. I mean, there's nothing that we can do about it, and we ride dirt bikes, and we all train a lot during the week, and we put a lot of time in during the week on the bike, so we're ready for less time or more time or whatever comes.
Scott Yarger, Moto Now blog. This question's for Jeremy. I was really impressed by the fans just constantly cheering you on. I know this is your home state. Can you hear that when you're riding? Is that something that fires you up? Is it something more meaningful to get a win here?
Yeah, for sure. I was pretty excited, obviously, that I won, but to win in front of the hometown crowd, I was kind of like going a little nuts, after the race. But it's an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to race here, and to get the win was unreal. And I wear earplugs when I moto, so I could hear them through the earplugs and over my dirt bike. So I was like, my God, it was loud.
Jason Wygant, Racer X. Zach, can you just take me through the early laps of your races? Because you didn't necessarily get good starts, but you were able to make moves happen in the first lap or two a couple times.
Yeah, the first start, I felt like I was pretty good going into the first turn, and then I came out like eighth or ninth, and that just set me way back. And I've worked so hard on my starts in recent weeks, and I was just pretty demoralized. And yeah, I got fourth. And then in the second main, I got crossed up pretty bad by someone to the right of me, and that was that one. But I went into the, I was pretty ticked off. Daniel, ticked, not pissed.
Thanks.
And I went into the second turn hot, and came out pretty good. So that was good. And then in the third main, like I said, I got off to a good start, and I messed up passing Osby, and then they both passed me. So that was that. But I wish just one time I could get off to like a hole shot and just make tracks.
Michael Antonovich with Transworld Motocross. This is for Jeremy. You've spent the last few months training with UI as a guy that typically in the past has trained by yourself and done an isolated program. How is it for you to finally work with someone that's at the top tier and you guys can match each other's pace and push?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I really enjoy it. I think out of all the places I've been, it's the most fun I've had. And then we're just doing our thing in Cortez, Colorado, and I just dig it. I'm fortunate enough to stay out at the parents' guest house there, and I get to work on the track, and I just live a country lifestyle, and Eli and I do our work, and then we just work.
Jeremy, just talk about your improvement here in Supercross. The beginning of the year wasn't, I'm sure, what you wanted. Last year was rough, for sure. So what's turned around here this last month or so?
I just kept grinding, and kept working, and we got the bike a lot better, and just, we're figuring some stuff out, and it's really shown here, It gets a little frustrating when people say I can't ride Supercross. Can I? No, I mean, I want to say something, but I don't know if it's like. Oh. So I'm gonna say it anyways.
As long as the language is clean, apparently we're good.
A lot of people say I can't ride Supercross, but all I gotta say is you can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
This question is for Jordan.
He's ticked too.
He's ticked. You and Zach were battling there in that last one. You ended up going over the high side. Just talk about that battle there.
Yeah, I kind of made a mistake coming out of the whoops, and I saw a replay of it. There's sparks flying and stuff off my bike, and Jeremy got around me and pushed me pretty wide, and that allowed Zach to come up the inside, and I came in there a little hot, and we kind of got locked together there, and I couldn't get my bike leaned to the inside, and just, like you said, high-sided over, and Zach said that I ripped a hole in his pants, so I told him he could just invoice TK for that one.
He's getting it.
Zach, before the third main event, they made a major track change by switching the split lane there. What did you think of that? And does that bother you when they do that before a main?
It wasn't ideal just because that was the race line like the whole night. When I went around on the parade lap, they said that they had steepened up the tabletop, which was already like a wall. So I was kind of confused. So then when I go around on the parade lap and it's like a big roller that's completely out of the question whether we're going to go on off or go inside and roll table single, like it was kind of silly, but I guess they did that to stop it being so one line, but then it's one line the other way, so I don't really understand that, but it is what it is. It's not ideal before the last main event of the night once we've ridden the track the other way the entire day.
All right, thanks, guys.